Hey, how's it going everybody? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and today we are looking at the Marvel Legends, I think it was Spider-Man Classics Shocker. I'll check and fix that in the title, but either way, it's Marvel Legends style Shocker. I'm almost positive it was Spider-Man Classics. Oh, Shocker, Shocker, Shocker. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man characters of all time. I love the character design. I just like everything about him. Except this figure. Unfortunately, they just, I don't know what they did. They decided to give it a stupid ass gimmick instead of having good articulation and a good sculpt. So that's really disappointing. That said, once you get him into a pose that's appropriate, you know, something like this, and then set him on the shelf, that's just really quick, but he looks fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it in that sense. It's just, it could have been so much more if they didn't go with this stupid gimmick. And even this gimmick up here, they put two gimmicks in one figure and just shat upon the character. Not really, it's not that bad, but I do wish it was better. He stands about 6.5 inches tall. He does have some really good sculpt work. I love the way they sculpted his little gauntlet things. I wish they didn't have this missile firing action. I don't know, I don't remember ever seeing a Shocker that shot missiles out of his hands. I always thought it was electricity, but they decided to put missiles. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's a thing. But I don't think it is, and I wish it wasn't if it is, because it hurt the figure. We lost all of the arm articulation other than a bicep swivel and a ball hinge shoulder. Those both work fine, so that's okay, but everything else is gone. Then also, apparently, Shocker is known for having a wind-up thing in his back and vibrating. I don't know if you guys can even tell that he is, but he vibrates. So yeah, I don't understand that. I guess it has to do with the electricity, but that just really hurts the figure, and it's a really stupid gimmick in my opinion. So I hate that they did that to sacrifice all of his torso articulation. And even the sculpt is a little strange on this guy. I mean, that torso, I mean, it looks okay in most positions, but it's just kind of, the shape is kind of weird. I don't know. And he is hunched over too, so it's just disappointing. It's sad, really. But what is there is done well, so I can't be too harsh. They sculpted all of the jacket seams. The musculature is pretty good, aside from that kind of weird design for that hunch over. But all of this quilting, man, if someone had to sculpt that by hand, I feel sorry for him or her. That would have been a total PIA. But it does look really good on the figure. I do like that. And I like the head sculpt. The eyes are painted a little crooked, and that's pretty common for this guy, but he still looks pretty darn good. And then there is shading throughout all of the brown. It's all textured and well sculpted and looks good. So like I said, once you get him posed and you're just going to set him on the shelf, he's going to look good. You're going to want to have him. I do recommend him in that sense, but having these gimmicks is a big problem. So real quick though, he does have the disc in the neck, but he's already hunched over, so he's going to look straight down or forward, so that's a little problematic. It does swivel, so that's nice. Again, the ball hinge shoulders, they do work pretty well. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Could go either way, I guess. And yeah, probably this way. So that's okay. And then we do have a bicep swivel, so you can get him in his Shocker pose. No problem at all with that. Waist swivel's fine. T-jointed hips, maybe slightly off of a T, but close enough. Full range of motion there, a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. This leg's been loose on 2 of mine now, so I don't know if that's an inherent problem or just bad luck, but you can just push it back together. There's a boot swivel, ankle pivot, ankle rocker, a really good ankle rocker, and a toe pivot. And to my knowledge, none of his parts have ever been reused. So they came up with 50% of an awesome figure, and then 50% of a mediocre figure with too many gimmicks. I really hope we get a new version of Shocker, and not some kind of Ultimates version, just a more traditional looking Shocker that gets the proper treatment, because I think a lot of people agree with me that Shocker is one of the cooler characters, and we could really use a good figure of him. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.